Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy A.P.BLACK and I'm back once again to share with you guys. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today seems like a beautiful day for some peace, prosperity, and happiness in your life, and I hope you're receiving all three. Today we're just going to talk really quickly. I'm going to share with you guys just some of my experiences and some of the things that I think and believe. I've spoken to you all about success, and I think that something that goes hand in hand with success is your ability to convey a message. And sometimes when you have situations where you're flustered and you may not fully understand how to express something, there's always an ability that you can utilize which will help you get things off of your chest or help you convey a point that you may not be able to at the moment. What I do for myself is, if I'm having a hard time releasing my thoughts or getting anything off of my mind, is I'll normally work out. That helps alleviate the stress of overthinking, because at times what it is just that you're overthinking something, and your ability to properly formulate words or construct a thought pattern that someone else can understand, it can be hindered by the fact that you're thinking too fast or too much about a certain subject. So when you work out, it quickly refocuses your brain on absolutely nothing but the task at hand. There are a bunch of ways to do that. So meditation, yoga, working out, skating, any activity, painting, really, making music. If you like to make peace, that could help you clear your mind so that you can focus on constructing a thought that someone else can understand. And a lot of times that's what happens with us, is when we have these things that are on our mind and we want to know how to properly communicate them. We can't. It's because we're stressed, or we're tired, or there are too many thoughts going on in your head in the first place. So being able to understand that helps you, and it could really help you in the future, especially when you have difficult situations that arise. Those are some of the best times to start working out, to start doing meditation and yoga and painting and anything that you really think refocuses your mind. I know some people, I know a lot of artists, and because I understand what art does for certain artists, is that it frees them. It makes them able to get whatever stresses that they had on their mind off of their chest. Sometimes it helps you actually formulate these thoughts into words. Some artists, they use like a free painting technique where they just take a paintbrush and just put strokes on a canvas, and that's what helps them focus on nothing. I know some other writers who they take the time to just free write and write everything down. It doesn't really matter if it makes sense. These things, they all help, because what they do is they remove the stress from your brain, and they help you to get into a place where you can actually focus and really attack what may be the issue. Another thing that really helps is dancing. I think that this is like one of the illest tips in life ever that you can receive. If you ever are stressed out, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to throw on your favorite song and dance around like a buffoon. Nobody's judging you, nobody's watching you, but what it does is, again, like I said, it frees you. Sometimes we get so rigid, we get so in our character or in our ego, and we forget that the world isn't meant to be a serious place. It's not meant to be a place where people are completely governed by their ego or the strict laws or anything like that. It's really meant for freedom. And one thing about just dancing, it's very freeing. I'm not a professional dancer, but like I said, it is one of those things that I do for myself because it helps me really get in tune with who I am. I'm a silly person. I love making jokes. I love having fun. And sometimes when you're hyper focused on an issue, you become someone who is also rigid. You can't think of anything else other than what you're thinking of, which is why it becomes difficult to free your mind. So when you free your body, your mind follows sometimes. And that's the point, is that once you realize the element in which you're working with is that you're trying to free yourself. Whatever thoughts that may be trapped in your head, you're trying to release them. So by taking, a little action in understanding that something else could help you refocus your energy, so that when this thing comes back around that's an issue, or when you have these thoughts again that are intrusive, you can do something about it. You can take an action. You don't have to always go to the doctor and say, I can't think straight and I need some medicine. Nothing against it at all. But like I said, if you're looking for alternatives to, pharmacy medication, that's something that could really alleviate some stress in your life. Just dancing around, just, singing a song off key, being silly, being goofy. Why? Because like I said, it takes you out of that rigid, structured mindset. I've used it, especially when I was younger and I was in high school and I was practicing music. One of the things about classical music that I didn't really like when I was younger was that it was so structured and so formal, and you really have to be on point with your technique, as well as everything that you do and say with your body. It has to be very much in sync with proper technique, because that's how you create that very classical sound. However, what I did in a lot of instances when I was practicing is I would just goof around with the lyrics that I had. I would sing it in an R&B fashion, so I'd sing an aria like if it was a Boyz II Men song, or I would sing I would sing like a show tune as if it was a hip-hop song. And it really helped me focus, because not only did I realize I was really getting in tune with the lyrics, but I was also freeing my mind from that structure that was always needed to be there, which helps you realize there's sometimes the beauty of the structure and what it's there for in the first place, its purpose, its function. And it may not be what you desire in the moment, but it's still there. It still has a purpose. And if you sometimes, deviate from that structure and come back to it, you can appreciate it more. It's not meant to be like offensive. They didn't make classical music to offend me, but it was just something that I thought was different. So in order to appreciate it, I had to look at it from a perspective of something that I already appreciated, which was R&B. That's how it worked for me. I hope that it works for you. Like I said, it's a great day for peace, prosperity, and harmony, and I hope you're receiving all three. It's your boy, AP. Peace.